Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Amy. I travel pretty much full time while working remotely as a travel content creator. And today I wanted to set myself a little bit of a challenge to go out into Cardiff, the capital of Wales, and see how far £30 will get me. The UK is pretty expensive, so we'll see how we do with this challenge, but I think we can make it under £30 just because there's quite a few free things you can do around the city, but let's get into it. I decided to take a Flixbus from Swansea to Cardiff, and this was the cheapest option. I'm still not even going to include it in the overall price for the day just because it would totally blow the budget. But it's a 1-hour drive on a bus, so it's not too bad, and it's pretty easy to get there. There's tons of buses going every single day, so it's a breeze. I brought a few snacks and food for the day just because I wanted to make sure I stayed within the budget, and I had a few plans and I wasn't sure how much money I was going to spend in total, so that was my idea of saving some money. I really lucked out and got some sunny weather, so I'm happy about exploring. Just got off my Flixbus and we're gonna go check out the Cardiff Market. So I made my way over to the first stop, which is the Cardiff Market. It was about a 10-minute walk from where I was dropped off, and because the weather was so great, I really enjoyed just wandering through the streets, checking out the different shops, and seeing what was around. Cardiff is actually a really beautiful city compared to Swansea, so I had a good time checking it out. Made my way over to the market, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit let down. I feel like I saw so much about this market online, and it kind of was a weird mix of everything. They did have lots of food options, but I just arrived and had a little apple in the morning, so I wasn't too hungry. Overall, it's a good place to start and definitely a free stop. Just wandered through the market, and honestly, it was really similar to the one in Swansea. Didn't get any food because I'm not really that hungry yet, but it was cool to check out. Next up, I decided to go over to the arcades. Cardiff has so many of these, and there's a bunch of different shops inside, so it's a pretty cool area to check out, and you can go up to the balcony and see what everything looks like from above, which I really liked. It's also great for rainy days when you might not want to be walking outside. I've come to the arcades, and there's a few of them apparently in Cardiff, and they're really cool. I'm kind of by myself up here, just checking it out, and then I'm going to wander down to see some of the shops. Just wandered down and out back onto the street, and I came across the Cardiff Castle. So before going that way, I got distracted by the pastel de natas and got a vegan one. Then I decided to go check out the castle, but it's a £15.50 to get in. So I just walked onto the castle grounds to see it from a distance, and that was free. So we love that. And I had my pastel de nata, which was £2.85. It was a pretty good one, not the best I've ever had, but I would say it's worth it. Because I'm not all that interested in castles, I decided to skip paying to get in because it was £15.50, and we're trying to do this kind of on a budget, but I still had a really good time checking out the views from outside. Wandered through the streets and made my way over to the next stop. Last time I was in Cardiff, I went to the Best Cafe, so we're gonna head there for coffee first, and then I think we're gonna check out the museum. I passed by City Hall, and you can't tell me this isn't the most beautiful City Hall you've ever seen. I've seriously lucked out with the weather today. I thought I'd be coming here with an umbrella, but luckily it is sunny, blue sky. Such a good day to check out Cardiff. Got to Oat and Bean for coffee, and I actually just love this place so much. It's a fully vegan cafe, and I got this drink for £3.50. This cafe is really beautiful, and it's opened recently, so I would go check it out if you're in the area. Next up, I made my way over to the Cardiff Museum, and as someone who's not super interested in museums, I wasn't sure how I'd like it, but I went for the art because I heard that they have some art as well, so it's also like an art gallery, and I went up to the second floor to find that section. Of course, all the museums in the UK are usually free, so that's a plus for sure. Didn't have to spend any extra money here. And then I wandered through all the different sections and looked at the art. I really enjoy going through art galleries now. It's not something I used to like so much, but the ones in Europe definitely hit different. They have some amazing art, so it's a really good way to spend some time if you don't have that much money in a new city. I loved this piece so much, I think just because it was nature, and I don't see that so much. It's usually people. And then it was over to more modern art after, which I didn't fully understand, but some more modern pieces are definitely gorgeous. This whole room was really pretty, and I loved looking at the different colors. It's not super modern. I think the next room is actually where it gets to like the full modern art. Yeah, so right here, I was looking at the modern art. I didn't love this room so much. It's just like basic photography. I feel like a lot of my photos could actually be better suited for a gallery like that. I actually really loved looking at the art in the art gallery. I loved putting my headphones on and just listening to something while I check out the art. But now I'm at this beautiful park and I'm being quiet because I'm used to the art gallery now, but I'm gonna sit down somewhere to have lunch. So my amazing boyfriend Sam has actually packed me a lunch because he knew it was going to be expensive today in Cardiff, so not spending any money on lunch, which is great, and I have a nice view. Not bad. Okay, this sandwich is so good. Thank you, Sam. Next thing I'm gonna do is start heading towards some of the vintage shops and charity shops and see what I can find. Looks like they're setting up for the Christmas fair, Winter Wonderland, I think. So I made my way over and walked back into town, and everything's pretty close in Cardiff, so it wasn't too bad. And I made my way to the first vintage store called Flamingos. There's one in Swansea as well, but I hadn't been to the one in Cardiff, and there were so many bright colors and interesting pieces at this one. I had to try on this skirt and just loved how it fit. It doesn't really look super purple in the video, but it was pretty purpley, and I thought it was really cute, especially for travel. Okay, we started out so strong with that first shop. They have one in Swansea too, but I love the skirt. I'm just debating if it's worth £18. Went to a few other shops. This was the second one. This one wasn't really that exciting. I didn't find anything great. I think it was like a glorified charity shop or thrift store with vintage prices. A lot of the shops seem to be that way here. They have a lot of different vintage stores, but they weren't really amazing me, to be honest. I don't know if I just came on a bad day, but everything I saw was kind of like not worth the price, not that great, overhyped. But there are definitely a few different options if you're looking for this kind of clothing. This one was probably the most expensive one, but it was a huge shop, so if you're looking for jeans or jackets, they had so many of those things. It can honestly get overwhelming, so you have to be in the right headspace if you're going on a thrift shop day. And the last store was a little tiny one called Sobeys. I didn't really think it was anything special. Didn't have like that much to choose from, so then I made my way over to the Bay instead. This was a little bit further, Mermaid Quay. I had to walk about 40 minutes to get here, but it was a beautiful spot. I've just been sitting here while the sun has started to set, kind of. But I'm gonna head back to the vintage shop now that I've explored the waterfront a little bit and get that skirt because I really want it. Picked up a quick snack. So I got the skirt and I actually got it for £15 because I asked if they could reduce it because there was a bit of a tear. So this is your sign to ask next time you're thrifting. Now to meet my friend Cassie at a board game cafe. We haven't seen each other in a while, so we went over there and got some food. I chose some tacos. Looks good. You have to pay £2 per player per hour, so it can definitely add up, but it was a lot of fun. And that wraps up my day in Cardiff. So as you can see, we made it under £30, but only due to my friend Cassie's generosity. Otherwise, it would have been a little bit over the goal of £30. But I had a really great day in Cardiff, and I would highly recommend going to check it out if you're in the UK and want to see a new city and just want to explore a new place. As always, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe because I put up new videos every single Wednesday. And I will see you next Wednesday for another one. Bye!